Hi guys, welcome to this short podcast on spirituality. It's basically a podcast on connecting souls in Ambazonia, and it's just a podcast on general metaphysics issues, spirituality. What we need to do in this ascending process, because the Earth is moving. We are moving from a fifth dimension planet from a third dimension to a fifth dimension planet, and so we have to our consciousness. We have to raise our vibration, our consciousness. We have to look deep within ourselves and be very intuitive the way we do things, in order to match the frequency of the Earth, of Gaia. So this podcast is just a general discussion on issues. Hopefully, some people could learn or look deep within themselves and listen carefully. If it resonates with them, okay, they could do further research and see if what is being discussed, what I'm saying, is true. And I'm not asking you to believe me, but you should be able to do some more research and look within yourself and see if it resonates with you. And today we're going to talk about, we're going to start with a certain movie that was, it's called The Matrix. This movie was made some time ago, and in this movie is all about the illusory nature of reality. It's about the reality we live in, and it's an illusion. Nothing is real, so it's all fabricated. So in this movie, there's a certain scene, which involves the main actor Neo and Morpheus. Now, Neo was called in by Morpheus, and he was given two pills. He was asked to take one of them. And for the first one, you got the blue pill. There's a very significant scene in that movie. You got the blue pill, which is, if he took the blue pill, the story ends. He wakes up, watches TV, believes what they tell him on television, whatever is being told by the government, then you believe it and you stay. You go to work, come back, stay. You just live like a robot and believe everything they tell you. But if he took the red pill, he will wake up in Wonderland. And he will Morpheus was able to show him how deep the rabbit hole goes. So in short, Morpheus was going to show him how deep the illusion, the reality we live in this earth, how deep it goes. How deep. So he could have those experiences once he took those pills, any of those pills. So it's just, if you got time, you could check on that movie. During this ascension process, it's all to do with our consciousness. It has all to do with the consciousness, and we need to elevate our consciousness. Raise our spirit to match this reality, to match this ascension process, to help Gaia, the Earth, which is also ascending, to help Gaia in this ascending process also. So in order to resonate fully with this Earth, we need to raise our own consciousness. And, by raising our consciousness, it helps to raise the consciousness of the planet as a whole. So how do we do that? Now, consciousness is spiritual. So you are supposed to be elevating yourself spiritually. There's a difference between being spiritual and being religious. There are two different things. Religious, what it is. You follow the religion, the text, what the Holy Scriptures, believe whatever is being said. But being spiritual is a little bit different. You look at things. You try to tap deep within yourselves and find out if it resonates with you. You find out if it means something to you. That is being, you send your spirit You could, you exercise your spirit, then you are being spiritual, not religious. So in this planet, no person is going to come to liberate you, but you yourself. You have to look deep within you, tap into tap into your inner self, your intuitive selves. Because of this awakening, our intuitions are becoming more finely tuned, which means you could tap into your intuition and feel the truth. You could tap into your intuition and you will know what is happening around you. You could feel from the reaction of your cells, the cells in your body, and how they're going to react to that. So it's all to do with this ascending process. And according to Barbara Marciniak, she's a Pleiades contactee, a Pleiades from the Pleiades star constellation within our galaxy. She says even the governments, the rulers who are like what is happening in Ambazonia right now, who are fighting the population, who are still using arms and war, because the world is supposed to move from this barbarity of armed fighting each other, to a more conscious, aware world. That is where we are striving into. So those governments who are still fighting wars like what is going on now, they are going to be ostracized by the international community. They are going to be isolated and pushed to the corner till they change. That's what is going to happen. According to what Barbara Marcianac, the alien contactee, was saying. So now we are on the fast track of becoming gods ourselves, because every day things are happening to us. You have to look deep within yourself and tap into that inner God that you've got. All of us have them. We have a God. We are deep inside of us. There is consciousness. There is that soul, the higher soul, which we could always, the higher self. You've got yourself, but you've got another higher self that overlooks you. That higher self works with your ancestors, the past ones, and guides them towards you to help guide you to this through this ascending process. And you must awaken now. You must awaken to the reality that all the war, what is going on, is all prearranged in the fourth dimension. We live in a third dimension world. We are going to the fifth dimension, but the war and all the atrocities, they are being orchestrated in the fourth dimension. Those Illuminatis, warlords, all those people who are those entities, they plan these wars in the fourth dimension and then they materialize it in the third dimension. They make it reality. So you have to be awakened and aware that it's all arranged and planned. So this war is not real. It is, although there are deaths going on, people are dying, but one should make sure that it doesn't lose his or herself consciousness. You don't lose yourself to these events. Try as much as possible to be yourself and detach yourself from the war, because the more you think about the war, the more it comes closer to you, because we are moving to a stage where thought is becoming reality. What you think, you should be careful with your thoughts and all what you're thinking, because what you think now, the vibration of the planet is resonating towards thought and reality. What you think, it becomes reality. So when you think about the war too much, you discuss about it, you bring it closer to you. The lesser you think about it, the more easier it is for the frequencies that are being beamed from the cosmos, the good frequencies through the sun, to disseminate and eliminate all the evil the entities. Those frequencies will be able to eliminate them. So depending on your thoughts, just if we could put our thoughts together and detach ourselves from the war, although being in it, but don't try to put it on you, the pressure on you. Try to detach yourself from it and focus yourself on being spiritual. That could help. And Black people originally, we've got a lot of advantages. You have we are melanin carriers. Melanin is a pigment what gives us this black color, which has so many uses. It's very important. We are the only people who've got this original melanin in the planet. Black people. White people do have melanin, but a lesser version, not this real black melanin we've got, and. It's something that cannot be replicated, cannot be duplicated. So we are very fortunate in this multi-universe to have it. And we were the original 12 stranded humans on this planet, black people, according to the teachings of Delbert Blair. And we've got 12 strands of DNA. But only 2 are active, so we've got the remaining 10, they are being dormant in us, but they are beginning to activate, depending on, they will begin to activate depending on your consciousness, depending on how you grow on the consciousness, and once you begin to think and resonate with your inner intuition, and think that you are a God, you must act like one, because you must act like a God all the time, which means you must have those attributes of being able to rise above all the wrongs, all what is going on. You must be capable to rise above that, because if you fall short of it, if you think you are getting those frequencies and you are elevating, you are raising your consciousness, and you are feeling like a God, you must behave like one. Otherwise, there are entities waiting just to tear you apart, So we come here to this earth, to show in the physical terms what we have learned in the spirit world. That's why we come to this world to learn, to this physical planet. What you learned in the spirit world is of no value, unless you have a physical body with which with physical challenges, So we come here to this earth, to learn, to help evolve. If you look at during the pre-Adamic period, to the Kemetic times of ancient Egypt, and till the Babylon, all that period, Noah, till now, there was a process of evolving. We have been evolving as humans till now. So now it's like a graduation. We are now moving. We have evolved to a certain level, and we are now moving, in conjunction with this age of Aquarius, which is, we are moving now we moved from a masculinity of the earth. We are going out to the feminine side. There's the age of Aquarius. So, which means that we have to change. Our consciousness is rising. We are vibrating. The wars are like the end of time. They're the last wars that are going to be fought on this planet. So everybody needs to resonate on a higher frequency, And we've also got, we say let's mention something about the sun also. The sun, the sun is now a capacitator, it's now a transmitter, but before then it was a transformer of energy from the cosmos that came directly to us here. So before 1959 it was like a transformer, but now it is of energy. It took the energy from the cosmos, it transformed it and beamed it directly to us. Yeah, but now it is an emitter of energy, of the life force energy. So people should bear in mind that the sun is also very important at this moment in time, the moment of ascension. And So it filters, at one point it filters out great light and energy from the deep space to our planet. So that's what the sun is capable of doing, at this moment, to raise consciousness, to raise the energy of the people, of the planet. It's beaming directly to the core of the planet and changing the planet as well. When you raise your energy and your consciousness at this moment in time, your energy field will attract more and more cosmic light. So thank you for this for listening, and goodbye.